Well, Michelle, it's so nice seeing you again, and I can't believe we're already halfway through your season. It's already here, halfway through. How are you feeling? How has it been watching your journey to love back?
It's kind of weird to just sit and watch yourself on the TV screen just because I'm not normally a person who shows PDA. Even in like past relationships, I've just holding hands in public. I don't know why it always made me uncomfortable, but it did. And clearly, when you're the Bachelorette or even on this type of show, you have to get over that very quickly. And so, I mean, I don't think that's something that's going to ever feel normal to me. But that's definitely been the weirdest part so far.
That's so funny. Okay, are you watching it back and then there's any moments where you're like, oh, shouldn't have done that or should have done that? Maybe some regrets. Do you have any regrets when you're watching it back?
I kind of thought about regrets honestly coming into this position because you oftentimes do not watch yourself, like you do not watch your life unfold right before your eyes. And for me, I made a promise to myself that I was going to stay true to who I was. I would not ever move out of that realm, and just being able to make the best decision possible at that time. And I understood that, you don't always have all the information, and you don't see all these other things that are going on. And so you do the best that you can in that time period. And I think what that mindset has done for me is that when I'm rewatching it, I'm not having all these regrets, is because I truly, every single moment, I felt that moment, I made the best decision possible in that time. And like, that's all you can do. And spending so much time thinking of, well, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have, said this. It's like, that's a lot of, for me, wasted energy going in the direction that I don't want to go.
Okay, you're still teaching, right?
I am.
You got a full-time job teaching. So how are the kids? I mean, it's elementary school, so I don't know if they're watching the show, but I'm sure they know that you are the Bachelorette. How are they reacting to this season?
They all definitely have different levels of knowledge of the show. 10 and 11, some of them do watch here and there with their families and have, made just funny comments in the morning. Like, Miss Young, you're on my TV screen last night. But really, I try to stay far away from that. The kids know that I'm just Miss Young. That's who they know me as. That's who they met me as, not Michelle the Bachelorette. And so I've felt that it's been kind of easy for the most part to maintain that line, that very clear line. But it's definitely a different feeling at times.
That is so funny. Is it hard juggling both? I mean, you're on national television and then you're probably also grading papers while you're on TV.
Yeah, I will tell you that I've definitely been grading papers, or just homework. I've been lesson planning, you know, traveling so much with this position. It's a lot, and teaching in a pandemic this year is also a lot. And so I'm not getting as much sleep as I obviously probably would like to, but what I will tell you is that the reason why I'm still teaching is because that's where my passion is at. That's where my heart is at. And I think that when you stick to that, that's what keeps you balanced. And so I had this whole life as the Bachelorette. But the reason why I feel myself, the reason why I feel like I'm moving in the right direction is because I'm in this impactful line of work, and I didn't want to give that up.
I love it. And you're making a difference with those kids. And that's what's important. Yes, you're finding love, but you're also being passionate about what you're doing. So I applaud you for that. And like I said in the beginning of the interview, we're only halfway through your season. You have 8 men left, and it seems like things are going to get even more emotional, even more dramatic. So, what can you tell us going into the second half of the season?
I never truly allowed myself to show too much emotion before coming on this show, because I really didn't cry that often. I didn't let other people see me in that state. And one thing that I've really done this season is just take down those walls. It's not a weakness to shed tears. It's not a weakness to show people that you are hurting. And I think when you're doing this correctly and you are invested, like, there are going to be these strong emotions. And so that's what the world is going to continue to see, is they're going to see me navigate those moments. They're going to see me break down. They're going to see you know, everybody who is invested struggle, have these happy moments, these beautiful moments, and everything in between.
So in the teaser for the new teaser for the second half of the season, a lot of guys are telling you that you are their person, and you say, I can't be everybody's person. And it seems like you're having a hard time kind of dealing with that. How did you navigate that? Telling people, look, you're not the one.
That was probably and will continue to probably be one of the most difficult parts of this process, because I'm typically that friend that gives advice, and I'm there for all my family members and just the people who are close to me and coworkers or students, whoever needs it. And I have been in this role where I've been able to be everybody's person at times. But with a relationship, you know, when you're trying to look for your person, the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, you're not going to walk away with several people. And for me, what was so hard is that as these episodes go on, you get closer and closer to these guys and you ask them to be all in, you're all in as well. And then there's a point where you have to put the relationship down. And it was really hard and will continue to be really hard in those moments where I have to tell people that they're not my person. It doesn't mean you did something wrong necessarily always, but it's a hard thing to do.
You also say in the teaser that you could break your heart during this process. And then at the end of the teaser, we see you what seems to be the final rose ceremony, and you're crying.
Yeah.
And you know, that's something where Bachelor Nation was like, wait, what? Why is she crying at the final rose ceremony? So what can you tell us about that?
What I can tell you is just the fact that I truly invested so much. And coming into this, I had no idea how things were going to turn out. I was very open to everything as it was unfolding and taking place, but there are definitely difficult decisions that are made. And that's kind of a sneak peek of me navigating through that decision.
You say your heart could be broken. Was it broken?
Yeah, I would say that there are definitely moments where my heart breaks.
But I do think
my heart breaks.
But it does seem though that you are happy. Whatever happens, we're not giving anything away. It does seem like you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I think coming into this, I was happy. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but wanted to come out on the other end, however that is, being proud of what I accomplished, being proud of what I learned about, how I embraced the situation, what, you know, all of those things. And you have hopes. And at that same time, though, you want to make sure that you're making the best decision for yourself. Right. And so I would say that, yeah, I'm happy with wherever that is.